Hi and welcome to the fifth installment of our run through with Green Hell. So we are now actually on day 14. I did a few things off camera if we just take a look. I put this water filter here and we've got our 30 litre or whatever pot underneath, 30 millilitres or whatever the units are. But I also put this one in. It fills up on both sides in the rain with clean water, but if it's during the dry season, you just put dirty water in here and it filters through to here to clean water. So that holds quite a bit. Got an arrow holder in here. Actually, I'm going to get rid of some arrows because we're going to be managing our weight today. I just don't want to be carrying too much. We've put an armor holder here. Now we did get our crafting up to 49. If we just go to N and we look at this, now it appears crafting 49 means that we now make 100% armor, which is good. Another stick holder there. And we're going to be making some grow plots a bit later on, so I put some logs up here. Alright, so what time we got? Our stats are good, and we've got 7:40 in the morning. Now we might be picking up a lot of weight today, so I just want to make sure that we're not carrying anything we don't need to. We can get rid of all this. That's good, and that'll be there when we get back. We're not going to do mining today. Okay, abandoned village. So we're going to head there today. So just looking at the rock face ahead of us here. Just want to head up to that and go left. I'm going to stop off at the big trees just in case there are any. We'll take this actually, just in case we get peckish. So I'm going to check for Brazil nuts while we're going. So those blue mushrooms, remember, if you get microbes, if you drink dirty water, these mushrooms will, if you just eat them off the tree there, they'll give you -2 microbes. So if you do get microbes for whatever reason, just grab those blue mushrooms and eat them. Okay, so up to the rock face there. Oh, we'll take this. Again, we just dump all that food if we get overweight. So we can't run there because there are never any snakes or spiders. So we just come around the corner here. Sometimes there's a tribesperson there, but I haven't seen him for quite a while. And then you see that large tree ahead of you there. That's where we're heading. Again, if you need Brazil nuts, just check for them. Oh, we do have some, okay. There's usually 3, so that's 1, 2, and 3. So this is where we can get jumped by the cat. So we actually want to come away from... Oh, there he is. Did I hear him? Thought I heard a growl. I didn't see him. No, it was a pig grunt. Okay. Well, we don't really need to check for Brazil nuts, but if we did, then that's another option there. So anyway, from this first big tree that we saw, we really just want to go around the corner here and hug this rock face. So we can run here because there are never any spiders or snakes, so we're good. Then you come to this gap in the rocks here, so you just go through this gap and you see this coca plantation on our right hand side, so we just keep that on our right, just ignore all the wildlife. And it brings you down to this river. So go to the left and you want to go across this log here. And it brings you to a gap in the rocks here. So again, we can run here because there are never any snakes or spiders on the path. So stick to the right here and you're aiming for that gap in the rock there. So ignore that. Ignore that left-hand turn, that is. And this will give you a map location of where we are. which is right here. So we basically left here and came this direction around the rocks and then to here. So this is where we are liable to run into a cat, not immediately, but as we go around this bend in the path here. So we could look for more Brazil nuts, but if you need them, there's another large tree there and there. This is where we can come face to face with a cat. Just saw some nuts drop, I'll grab those. This banana tree always seems to be there, but there are a lot of banana trees, as you can see. So if you did base here, you've generally always got a lot of carbohydrates. So first thing we want to discover is this little trap here. It's got a little spider inside. We'll leave him alone for today. And the other thing you want to discover here is this, which is pretty good. It's a smoker. You can put 7 pieces of meat on there, and it will smoke and it will stay good for pretty much forever as long as you leave it on the rack. Then you can eat it directly off the rack. So cat spawn can happen any time here, which is the only problem with this base. Otherwise you've got water. There are stingrays in there. You got water, you got a lot of food, you got a lot of carbohydrates. So it is feasible as a base as long as you put up with the cat spawn. But what we're going to do is we're going to leave the abandoned village and we're going to head what is, I think, southwest. Yeah. So again, hugging this rock face here. And we can run because there aren't any snakes or spiders. And what we're heading for, you can just see it ahead of us there. There's a climbing ledge. Now, we did stop off at the Jeep yesterday and we picked up the climbing rope because you need the climbing rope to use this. If you haven't picked that up at the Jeep, you can't do this. So you have to come to the Jeep before you do this. Now, you have to be careful because there's always a snake at the bottom. Around here somewhere. And he's quite a frustrating one as well, because if you climb down from here, you can land straight on top of him sometimes. And there's really nothing you can do about it. So it's just hold E, and then it puts you up. Yeah, coming back the other way, you hold E again, you just land on the snake, and there doesn't seem to be anything you can do about that. But anyway, we're back into another cat spawn area. Again, if he spawns in, you just hear a growl. Then he starts to come in very slowly, which allows you to get a headshot in. More fruit. And here we are back at the drought facility. Actually, wouldn't mind that tapir actually, because he's the one with good meat. Now what we can do is we can get back home and we can get one of those smokers in. Yeah, I've been attacked there before now. So it's just heading home same way as before. It's heading west down this track. Southwest. Across here onto the track, and we're into cat territory again. So our third potential cat spawn of the day. If he spawns in, it's normally here. Nothing. So, 3 cat spawns, no cats. How about that? So we're back into potential spider and snake territory now. Just wait for the scratching sound to tell us there's a spider. Didn't hear it. Snake was right there before, wasn't he? Is he still? Oh yeah, he's there again. Same spot. Okay, and back on the beach, and we can hear a caiman right there. 2 hits and they're down. Missed that second one. Yeah, looks like we lost an arrow. No problem. So I wasn't really counting on getting that first tapir, but there is another one here. Remember, it's where we got the first one. I guess he's worth taking if we can take him down. Oh, he moved at the last second. Okay, one more shot. There he is. Okay, stay still. Thank you. Well, this is really going to put us overweight, so we're going to have to dump some of this, I think. So 67, yep. Well, we don't need those. We don't need the bones. What else? I think we just eat all the fruit. Now we found Brazil nuts, so we don't need to keep these nuts here. That puts us down at 50.9, not bad. Anything else? I think we just get rid of one piece of meat. Okay, we're good. Right, and then it's just a straight run home like before. If we bump into any crocodiles, it's just two headshots and they go down. So I'll see you back home. There we are, coming into home. Now just a case of cooking up all this meat. But what I'm going to do is, this meat lasts quite a long time. So we've got 17 hours. So what we want to do is we want to get one of those dryers made. Now if we just go to N, now it's going to be under storage, I think. Maybe not. Let's try food. Yep, there we go, dryer. So you got 2 options. Trouble with this one is it's kind of pokes through the roof. So we would prefer to build in bamboo, but it's not really an option. Whereas the wooden one will fit underneath the roof, as you can see. It's just a question of where we want to put it. So the only complication with building these is just a bunch of wood and other things. So just cancel that. But the only complication, you got long sticks, you got ropes, you got small sticks, but you got bone hooks. And the way to make the bone hooks is we're gonna need some bones. Should have some somewhere. Because what we need to do is, yeah, we got rid of all those bones, didn't we? Take that. Alright, let's just go up here and quickly kill something to get some bones. Oh, there's our customer. 2 of them. Just need one of them to head back. Here he comes. So this is going to give us a lot of meat that we can't eat. Or rather can't carry because we're overweight. So to make bone hooks we need 3 of them. So we need to craft using this and, to harvest this. Do that 3 times. We don't need to do it 3 times. And then what we do is we craft using the bone needle. And each one gives us a bone hook. So that's the 3 bone hooks that we need. The drying table, which we will do. I'll do that off camera. Okay, and we can get rid of the rest of the meat because we're not going to... So we don't need the capybara because we've got the tapir meat. The tapir meat's much better. So 54... Should bring us down. Maybe not. Okay, I'm going to end the episode here. I'm going to go down and cook up some of this and put 7 on the dryer. I'm going to get the dryer made and put 7 of those on the dryer. And then tomorrow we're going to head off to the Anaconda place and Anaconda Village. Oh, -5 sanity. I didn't see that. Concentrating on other stuff. Yeah, that's how the your sanity can get drained if you don't notice. If you're concentrating on something else, like you're watching out for snakes or something, and you get leeches, and then you get this drain on your sanity. So that's why you need to get a good night's sleep every evening, but also to be able to have the soups that give you sanity, which the crocodile meat does not. All right, I'm going to get back and put that dryer down, and hope to see you in the next episode, and we'll head off to Anaconda Village, and hope to see you then. So thanks for watching this one. Bye.